Well, hello. Oh my goodness. Like, no time, no. Oh, I'm already turning it up. Long time, no see. Right? Okay. So, I'm sorry. Okay. So, um, I just wanted to talk about why I took so long to come back to YouTube, and I guess why I'm here again. I'm like super excited and nervous in my own little way, but I don't know why. Um, I want to throw out some disclaimers first, and then we can get to the nitty gritty because I really don't like small talk. That's not my steez. But anyway, disclaimers. One, I'm not gonna come up here polished all the time. Like, I don't wear makeup a lot. Which I just got on lip gloss today, but still, I don't wear makeup a lot. I sometimes my kids they snatch me up from time to time, so my clothes might not be. I don't know. You. Anyway, there's a disclaimer there. The second one is I am finding out that I can be country sometimes. I'm born and raised in Georgia. I've lived here my whole life. Yeah, but like I've been code switching. I've been code switching since I've been here, as far as I know. Okay. Um, it's just recently I went through videos trying to like clear up space in my phone, and I'm realizing that like when I'm at home, when I'm with my kids, and I'm not mindful of a camera in front of me, honey, I'm a little country. Um, so yeah, I just say that because sometimes you see, um, I guess influencers, creators, and sometimes their accent waivers, and y'all be like they're faking it. Just know that sometimes I might sound put together. I don't want to say put together. That's kind of shady. Sometimes I may sound like very normal or like neutral, and sometimes I might sound like I'm born and raised in Georgia. Okay. But anyway, there's that. Let's get into why I'm here and what made me come back. Um, First of all, as far as YouTube goes, I wanted to do that since I was 15. I wanted to have a hair channel. Thank God I did not do that. Because I don't even do my hair like that, y'all. It's slicked back into a bun today. That's it. That's all I had time for. Um, Wanted to do it since I was 15. Didn't have a camera, didn't have the money to put into that. Went to college, came out like it's a whole long road. After I had my babies, I was like, okay, let's do something for me. So that's why I started. But also, how do I say this? I don't want to say God gave me an assignment, but I felt led to do it in a certain way. And that way was a video diary, which is why the channel is called Dear Danae. That's what I was supposed to be doing, okay? However, self-doubt, a lack of confidence, absolutely got in the way of that. I started to get into Facebook groups about content creation or doing this and doing that, kind of like looking outside of me for validation or things that I could do. I was gonna say while I've learned things from that, I don't even know if I've learned much from it. Like it turned into a distraction. And that's not to blame anyone in those groups. That's a me thing. I was supposed to look internally for the things that I didn't have. Like confidence. Feeling right within what I was doing was the issue, not the groups. It's just okay, so you know how Peter was walking in the water. Listen, all my examples are going to sound left field because that's just the way I think. You know how Peter was walking on the water and God is calling him, like, come to me. Jesus is saying, come to me. And when you start looking elsewhere, you start to sink. So I sunk. Okay. Um, And that's just what happened. I was looking outside of myself for certain validation or cues or something that says you're doing the right thing instead of looking within and talking to God about it. And I absolutely got lost in this house. As far as my life, in 2013 was rough. A little, not a little bit, it was rough. So it's 2024. So, gotta take the crooked with straight, honey. Okay, but let's get into it. So, I stopped creating content in June, I want to say. And I've created content consistently from around February to June of 2023. Met some friends along the way. Very cool. Very nice. But since I got so lost in the sauce, something just wasn't hidden, okay? At this time in my life, you know what, let's back up a bit. Stop creating, my last video was in June. I officially stopped creating content in August. So, the way that I process things, I'm going back in my life and I'm saying, okay, what happened in August 2023? Like, what happened? What kind of threw things off? Or what was the last nail in the coffin, so to speak? My uncle passed in late July, early August. But even before that, I kept hearing this voice that was saying, what are you doing? Like, just those words, what are you doing? And I wrote it off like, I'm tripping. Like, I'm tripping, like, all right. I keep creating content. In August, he passed away. And my emotions at that time were like, I don't want to sound insensitive, but I have to get the words out. My uncle had been sick for a while, for years. Someone that's just, chronically ill. So while I wasn't shocked that he passed in that way, like in a physical way, it threw me for a loop because I'm like, wait a minute, that ain't supposed to happen. Like, it was bizarre because I don't know. It's like a feeling of people that I know, that I grow up with, that I've known all my life are not supposed to, they're not supposed to pass on. Like, that doesn't happen. Like, I was in like a big denial, but also it was like a reality check that we're not going to be here for forever. So I stopped creating content in August, or I already had things recorded, but I stopped everything in August. Went to the Beyonce concert with my friend Mariah. Everything was nice, When I got back, I heard the voice again. What are you doing? That was the nail in the coffin, because I'm like, okay, so I'm not supposed to be doing this. I'm not supposed to be creating content. That's the issue. Never acknowledging the voice or speaking back to it, just kind of putting things in motion to where it would go away. Stop creating content. So I'm like, okay, good. Like, I'm cool. Like, this is what is gonna get that out of my head, because honestly, I was getting annoyed. That's what's gonna get that out of my head. So maybe a month later, not much long after, I hear it again. And this time I was exhausted, mentally exhausted, like trying to balance life and the things that I want to do in life and work and paying bills. Like, I was exhausted, so I didn't have a choice but to sit with it. But the way that I acknowledged it just shows how frustrated I was. Because I heard it again. Like, I mean, it's just plain. Just plain. What are you doing? Just like that. And I'm like, I'm not gonna lie, my response was rude. And I'm not normally rude. I'm not easily angered. I was like, what do you want? What do you mean? What am I doing? Like, why you keep asking me that? Will you leave me alone? Like, what do you want? Why are you asking me that? I'm trying to live. I'm a mom. I'm trying to pay bills. I'm trying to reach goals. I'm trying to mother and teach lessons. And why are you asking me that? What do you mean? What am I doing? I'm living. I'm living. Like, and their voice, I heard again, just as plain and just as calm as the 3 other times. What are you doing? So, there's something about the voice not matching my energy that really made me like calm down and sit with it for real. So I'm like, okay, what are you doing? And I couldn't answer that. I got angry because I couldn't answer that. Yes, I'm a mother, and yes, I have a responsibility to my kids to make a living for them and make sure they're comfortable. Yes, I'm a wife, and I have wifely duties, but I'm also a human on my own, okay? And that voice was absolutely a wake-up call that I needed. Because what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, you're going to work every day to a job that you strongly dislike. You're not even making no money like that. Like, you know, just like you balling out now. What about your life, outside of family, of course, are you truly enjoying? But even more than that, it's like my inner child was frustrated with me, is what I'm feeling. Like, she's like, well, you said that, you know, we had goals, and you said that we were going to do this, and you said that we were going to do that, and our life was supposed to look differently. So what are you doing? Like we're an adult now, so now you can do those things, and you're not even gonna try. You're not even gonna try. And that, I don't know, something about tapping into my inner child, because she's with me all the time, but just feeling the desperation and how that felt, man, it was tough. It's like that feeling when you have a child and they're like, Mommy, let's do this, let's do this, let's do this. And Mommy's not listening. Like, it was a certain desperation. Like, you're not even going to try. Like, all these goals and all these dreams that we have, and you're not doing anything. And I felt so guilty. And from that moment, I did put certain things in motion to go for my dreams. But that was in 2023. And there were still some lessons that I had to learn to get back to doing YouTube, making videos, And I had to figure out why. So that took almost a full 2 years. No, no. I started making content in February 2023. So yeah, we're at 2 years. It took some time. I had to really do some soul searching and some self discovery along the way. Also, about 2 months later, I want to say, my great aunt passed. Someone that I have known all my life, and although we weren't close, I'm just like, man, life is not promised, and the people that we do know, they unfortunately, we are mortal. Okay. And the fact of that was kind of like staring me in the face, like, wow. Then a month or so after that, I get a call. My mama calls me. I am on the couch. It's like a Friday night after work. I'm on the couch. My kids are crawling all over me, as they normally do. They treat me like a jungle gym. And she's like, I got some bad news. Are you sitting down? I'm like, yeah, I'm sitting down. You know, kids here, but I'm sitting down. And she gives me the news that my little cousin was in a car accident and he passed away. So, okay. Here I am again, having to grieve and again sit with the reality of mortality. I do what I normally do. My kids are crawling all over me. It was almost time for their bedtime. I do what I normally do. I'm holding it together. Like, I'm holding it together. I am emotional TSA. And what I mean by that, like, there's checks and balances to this. Are you feeling worried, guilty, sad? I'm just now learning how to feel anger, but I'll get to that in another video. Every emotion goes through a screening process in my head. Like, is that rational? Does that make sense? Is that productive? Like, everything has to go through this channel first before I allow myself to really sit in that emotion. Which keeps me balanced. Don't get me wrong, but let me continue. Put my kids to bed. I do what I normally do when someone passes away. I say a prayer for their soul. I pray that they're getting love and light, and they're not confused, and they're understanding, and that they know that they are and were loved. Okay? That's my first thing. And I pray that, just pray for light for them. I go to bed. I shed a tear or two, but to me, I am outwardly holding it together. That next morning, man. Whew. So again, that was Friday night. Saturday morning, I wake up and it is quiet. It is quiet. Like, you can hear a pin drop quiet. I usually sleep with a TV on or music or something, because when you have anxiety, or maybe it's the ADHD, maybe it's undiagnosed ADHD, I don't know. I don't like silence. But it was silent. Like, not a fan, not a hum, nothing. I didn't have a choice but to sit with it. But to, like, the first thought that popped into my mind was like, there's no way that was real. There is no way. There's no way that he's not here anymore. Like, that doesn't make sense. Like, I don't take death well. I have never taken death well. Like, what? I'm sorry. Okay, girl, get it together. Um, there's no way that's real. Like, what? What? They couldn't do anything. They could. Okay. Okay. And I'm feeling guilty. Like, I'm upset. I'm feeling guilty because what I have told myself is, you know, when I get successful, I'm going to go back and I'm going to take time to love on my cousins and spend time with them because I love them and I miss them. But it's like I'm so distracted with the day-to-day life that I don't reach out the way I should and I don't check on them the way I should. And I'm just feeling so much guilt. And I'm like, I understand death in this world, but it's really hard for me to process. Me being emotional TSA, I feel like I'm supposed to have it together all the time. Grief is not one of those emotions. You cannot control it. I still have moments where I get upset about people that have passed away, and grief is not to be played with. You cannot emotionally TSA that, but there's this concept of time, and I'm sorry. There's this concept of time that I thought I had. I thought I had time to love on the people around me, and in this case, I ran out of time. I should have put some tissues in here. In this case, I've ran out of time. And then I get this thought, the voice again. And I don't mean to be annoyed by the voice, but the voice again. They're like, who told you you had time? I'm like, okay. But no, who told you you had time? I never said you had time. I'm like, oh, okay. And I didn't take it in a way of like a premonition of something of harm coming to me. I took it as time is an illusion. It's this worldly thing that we have put together to get on one accord, you know? But it's not actually real. Like, you thinking you have time to go for your dreams and I'll do it later and I'll do it later. You don't actually have that time. The time to do the things that you want, the time to live the way that you want and the way that fulfills you, and it's always the present. But let's back up some. I was so hurt and so fragile at that point. I didn't go to the funeral. I felt guilty about it at the time. Do I feel guilty about it now? No. It was the right decision. I was so fragile. If I went to that funeral, I don't know if I would have come back the same. And honestly, from here on out, unless someone at the funeral needs my direct support, I probably will not be there. I will pay my respects in a different way. It will not be that way because I know people cry at funerals. People grieve and they're upset and trying to process life without someone. Yes. But when I go to funerals, it doesn't matter if I know them or not. I am going to boo-hoo from the time my foot hits the threshold. It doesn't matter who it is. They are so emotionally draining that I leave them feeling physically ill. That's not something that I can do, okay? I have set that boundary for my spirit. But in terms of time, I know when people pass away, there's usually this, oh, we don't, life is short. We should get together and we should put our differences aside and we should do this and we should do that. And I'm actually on the opposite side of the spectrum here. Personally, you're right. Life is too short. Life is too short to continuously try to tell someone how to love you. Life is too short to continue dealing with disrespect. Life is too short to be hurt every time I interact with you because you don't understand me or because you lack empathy. So when someone passes away, say you need to fix this relationship with XYZ, that's backwards, first of all. If this is a person that is my elder, they should be fixing it with me, not the other way around, okay? So, with that, in year 2023, there are some family members, more so one, but there's some family members that I had to let go of that are still living because life is too short for me to, again, be hurt by interactions with you and for you not to understand me, for you not to have empathy and me not be able. I don't want to be around you if I can't live in my truth and live as my authentic self. I don't want to have a conversation with you if I can say you hurt me and you're not taking any accountability. I'm good because I don't have time. You don't have time. We don't have time. There are some lessons that I learned along the way to getting back to content that I'll probably talk about in another video, but that's why I stopped. The illusion of time was broken right in my face over and over and over again. And there are some things that I had to get right for myself. I'm happy to be back. Things look a little different. The wall's not perfect. The wall's not perfect. But neither am I. It's still pretty. And so am I. And we're getting back to the video diary. The purpose of why I started this thing. And hopefully you can enjoy it. You can learn and unpack and discuss with me. Now, not all of these would be serious. I can be serious, but I'm not that much of a serious person. Like, I might break out in song or something. I always have a song in my head, but thank you for watching. I needed some tissue or something. I'm telling you how my face looks now, but thank you for listening. Just do the things that you want to do in life, because regardless of how old or how young you are, this feeling of time that you think you have, you don't. So do it now, okay? And I love you, genuinely. I know people say that a lot, but I do. I love you. And I hope you have a great year. Great year. Okay? All right. Bye.